Dave, first up, any news about Tom Duday? Just hear it's a bit of tightness in his quad.
Oh, look, I think Tom will have a precautionary scan, I guess, and yeah, obviously that's just something that bobbed up today. So, you know, this time of the pre-season, obviously we've got a period of time before we start playing. It's really just taking every precaution, making sure that we're you know, not pushing anything. So Tom will have all the scan done, and you know, conservatively the club will manage that, and yeah, hopefully it's nothing too major.
Just sort of happened early on, like, you know, we were there for the warm-up and we sort of saw him on the side talking to medical staff, so it just sort of happened after the warm-up or during the first kicking drill of the day?
Yeah, look, obviously I'm not 100% over it, it just happened, but yeah, I think it just, you know, a bit of tightness, and as I said, no risk and every precaution, and he should be fine.
Other than that, it was a pretty good session this morning, obviously, you know, getting pretty warm as the morning goes on.
Yeah, look, it was a great session. It's, you know, these conditions, although they're really difficult, it does provide a great platform for us, and you know, we certainly get bang for our buck when we train in these conditions. So, no, look, boys are ticking over really well. Come back in great shape. Had a great first week on the track, and it's going to start to really ramp up now even more.
Have you guys had to, have you guys had to alter what you've done this week, especially given most days have been sort of around that 35 to 40 degree mark? No, not really. You know, I think we've pretty much stuck to the plan that was put in place right at the start of pre-season, and you know, it's obviously these conditions. You know, we try and maximise being able to train these conditions, because you do get, as I said, you get a lot of quality out of training in the heat. So, you know, we'll take that where we can, and you know, keep pushing forward.
What have your defenders done wrong? Hardigan, Talia, Duday?
Oh, look, no, it's those guys. You know, all on track for the start of the games. Whether it be the pre-season games or round one, they're all tracking really well, and you know, this time of the year you generally don't take many risks with guys. You make sure you get their programming and their load right, so that by the time the games roll around, they're fit but also fresh and ready to go. So, you know, obviously those two big boys and now Tommy, which, you know, hopefully it's nothing major.
So there's no concern over the amount of work they'd be able to get. I mean, Tales is probably unlikely to feature in the pre-season games, but when you look at Hardo, Tommy's okay, but you know, you're confident that the amount of work they will have done to get up there is enough? Yeah,
look, well, Hardo has done quite a bit of work. He's just had to build up really slowly, and that's, you know, so obviously you don't see a lot of that work out on the main track, but he's still doing a lot of work behind the scenes, and yeah, I think just talking to him, he's really close to joining them with the main group again. So, you know, we're mid-January, so still got a bit of time to go, and he'll get plenty of work in. And Tales, you know, he you know, obviously had done a lot of work prior to his operation, so you know, that's going to hold him in pretty good stead. And you know, he's a professional. He'll get the work in that he can get done, and then you know, we'll look forward to welcoming him back into the fold.
So he's not doing much at the moment. He's just still in that sort of rehab or recovery mode.
Oh, he started running, so he's back on his feet, back moving, and you know, just talking to him, I think it'll progress pretty quickly from here now that he's started running again.
Is that a pain management thing, or sort of a change of direction type of thing? Like, what's the one thing that's holding him back? Oh,
look, he needs to, I guess, for a bit of time to pass for his knee to heal up again from the operation, and then, you know, as I said, once he starts running, which he has, it will accelerate pretty quickly from there. But no, he's really positive with where his rehab's at.
How about you, mate? What's your role going to be this year?
Look, I'm not too sure. You know, probably pretty similar to previous years, where, you know, it could be multiple roles, and that's like a lot of our players. You know, we're encouraged to you know, play different roles and be flexible, and you know, so whether that's back or mid, you know, that's you know, something I'll need to sit down with the coaches a bit closer to the season and work that out. But you know, having said that, I'll still aim to play in both roles and play both roles as best I can.
Are you in training with the defensive group? Like, so the role you're talking about, I guess, is half back or wing. Is that right?
Yeah, majority of the time, and I sort of split my time in the pre-season in both roles. And we mix it up quite a bit to expose guys in different positions, so that when we start playing there, it's not completely foreign to them. So spend a bit of time with both, and that's no different to so many of our guys though.
I think you're the 4th oldest player in the group now, behind Betts, Dougie, Sam Jacobs. Do you feel like you're still in the best 22? Is that your role? How do you feel like you're in that best 22?
Yeah, look, I certainly feel like when I'm up and going and playing my best footy, that I can contribute really well to this group, and I've got no doubt in that. So my responsibility is to get myself there in the best shape possible, and then perform. And it's really simple for me, and I certainly believe that I can do that, and we'll be able to do that as the season unfolds.
Do you feel a little bit of pressure, like given as the club in the draft really targeted guys with leg speed and endurance? We saw Chase Jones and David Mackay do really well in the time trial last week. Do you feel these young blokes really nipping at your heels, sort of?
Yeah, but that's a really positive thing. I've felt pressure, since the day I walked in here, and you want it that way, because that generally brings the best out, and it certainly does with me. It brings the best out in me. So those guys have come in, really injected something to our group, and it's ultimately it's about what we can do as a group and what we can achieve. So the more pressure there is for spots, the better it is for us as a team.
And obviously the disappointing last year, but getting most of your squad back for this year. We know you're a better team than what the result probably showed last year. Is there real confidence in the group that you can push up towards the top 4 again?
Oh, look, there's a lot of confidence internally in what we're capable of, and as I said, at this point in time, it's really about just putting our head down, getting the work done, and then put ourselves in the position to play our best footy. And we know if we're in that position where we get fit and healthy, we work out the system that we want to play, and we practice that over the next few months, that we'll be in a position where we'll give ourselves every opportunity. And to be honest, what will happen after that. But we've got great belief in the people that we've got here, our system, and in terms of confidence, that's what this summer period is about: is building that belief and confidence in our plan, and getting our bodies right. And so far, we've really come back in good shape, and certainly in my time at this club, we haven't been in a better position physically at this time of the year. So that's a really a positive thing for us moving forward.
So you touched on a couple of the older players at the club. Obviously, we talked to Dougie last week. How's Sauce and Eddie? How have they sort of done this pre-season, D-Mac, from what you've seen?
Oh, look, they've gone really well. Most of our guys are, in terms of the way we measure our pre-season, and obviously running is one of the measures. They're running as well as they ever have, and I guess having young guys come through, not just our draftees, but guys like Miller and Kelly and Atkins, who are really improving, physically in that space. It sort of pushes everyone else along to make sure they maintain their high standards. And obviously last year we probably learned a lesson with the way that we came back physically. We didn't have the preparation that we needed, and that's been at the forefront of everyone's mind, to make sure that we get the work in. Prepare ourselves the best way possible for what's coming up, and as I said before, if we do that, we give ourselves every opportunity to get where we want to get to.
Dougie last week touched on ball movement might be something to look at, and how you guys transition the ball across the ground. Has that been something you've worked on in training this pre-season? Yeah,
we've worked on that, and we've worked on our defence as well. It's I guess a total package. We need to work on everything. We found out last year that our ball movement wasn't at the level it was prior. So, teams are defending better, so we've got to move the ball better, and that's pretty simple. From the defensive point of view, you know, we probably need to tighten up a little bit from where we were last year. So all facets of our game need to improve. There's no doubt about that. But the ball movement is something we really have focused on as well.